What's going on, everyone? Shizzle Sean here. Just kidding, I'm not using that nickname, but Sean is here with a royal edition of Let's Talk Raw. Yep, you heard that right. A royal edition of Raw because just this past weekend they announced the King of the Ring is returning, and last night on Raw they had a couple of quarterfinal matches. Is that what they are? Quarterfinal? I know they have the semifinal and final matches tonight. But whatever you want to call it, the first round of matches, let's just go with the first round. They had the first round of matches last night, and it's exciting to have that tournament back because every time they have the King of the Ring back, it's always exciting and it always gives somebody that King gimmick for, a few months up to a couple years. I mean, King Booker had that King gimmick for quite some time. Sheamus, I don't really remember how long Sheamus had his shtick for. But it's always fun. Hopefully this time around it actually elevates the winner of the King of the Ring to, new highs. And, yeah, Shizzle Sean. I don't know, but I'm sorry, I gotta stop saying that. Anyways, let's get into Raw. Let's talk about Extreme Rules. My predictions were awful, so let's not talk about Extreme Rules. But let's talk about the after effects from, excuse me, from the show. So Seth Rollins retained his WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which I did call, which I think everybody should have called because there's no way Rollins, given his talent, would have given up the title in a month after winning it, especially, with the 10 months of build-up with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But I think that kicked off Raw. My memory's bad. Something kicked off Raw. It was him, Kane, J&J Security, and then Randy Orton came out, and then Roman Reigns came out, and they're like, oh, hey, we want rematches and we want payback and yada 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 yada. So anyways, at the end of the show they made a triple threat match for Payback, which if you didn't see that spoiled video that WWE posted a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago or so, but they actually spoiled the main event to Payback in the video featuring Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton. So I'm guessing the whole let's vote for what the match is going to be was kind of scripted. I mean, then again, Seth Rollins was also making it seem like that, having a triple threat was the worst thing on earth. And of course, the WWE Universe wants to have Rollins be in the worst match possible, so there you have a triple threat match. Also at Payback, we're going to be seeing John Cena versus Rusev in an I Quit match. And oh, hey, guess what? John Cena never quits. He never gives up. That's his motto. Is he going to quit at Payback? Mark my words now. No, he's not. He's going to retain the title. On to the next. So, let's talk about the tournament. Let's talk about... I'm going to kind of skip past the first wave of matches and talk about tonight's matches that are going to happen live on the WWE Network. Still free, by the way. You got a couple days left. So if you want to watch the King of the Ring finale, you got a couple days left. So get to subscribing. They'll probably bill you May 1st, but you can still get the King of the Ring technically for free. So we have, who do we have? It's Bad News Barrett versus R-Truth, which I feel Stardust totally should have beaten R-Truth. Not taking anything away from R-Truth, but Stardust, how cool would that be, seeing Stardust being I forget what he said last night, but just having him being the King of the Ring, that'd be nuts. His gimmick would be on, ecstasy and Molly at once. It'd be one hell of a trip, but I would have loved to see that. So, R-Truth versus Bad News Barrett. I do feel Bad News Barrett is going to take that match. I think, R-Truth just had that one match fluke, and Barrett's going to go on to the finals against, which I want to talk about next, is Neville and Sheamus, which I feel Neville is going to win. So the finale is going to be Neville versus Bad News Barrett in a battle of the Brits to determine who the new King of the Ring is, the new King of England, however you want to call it. What was it going to... I was going to say something about Sheamus. Oh, yeah, Dolph Ziggler. I think Dolph Ziggler is going to cost Sheamus his match this time around because last night he got too caught up with himself and ended up attacking Sheamus, which cost Dean Ambrose the match and allowing Sheamus to move on. So I think tonight he's going to cost Sheamus. He's going to maybe distract him, and then they're going to set up another, hopefully not Kiss Me Arse match at Payback, but I don't think their feud is anywhere near over. They maybe end at Payback, but so my finale prediction as you see in this video. That was about to go for a red arrow. He hits it. Is this over? 1, 2, nope. Ha, psych. I kick out the last second. That was scary because I didn't want to do this video over again. But I think Bad News Barrett is going to win and drop the Bad News gimmick and become King Barrett. And he's going to run with that. I think he's going to run with that for a couple months. I hope it'll lead to a main event push, but, one can hope. But as you'll see in this video, I'm playing as Bad News Barrett, and I do feel Barrett's going to win. As much as I love Neville, you guys, I don't know how many of you have watched my previous videos, but I love Neville, and every time he performs, it's great, and I love watching him in action. And I actually went to SmackDown last week and saw him, I saw him do the Red Arrow live, and oh my god, it's truly something else. So if WWE ever comes to your hometown and you think Neville's going to be on the card, get yourself a ticket, because him alone is worth the price of admission. But I think Barrett is going to win. Not taking anything from Neville. The losses don't hurt people, but I think it's Barrett's time. And Neville is great, but I think maybe if he wins, he'll kind of get rushed into a push. I mean, he's great. He doesn't need to have a king gimmick or anything to prove himself. I mean, he's been proving himself the last month since he's come up to the main roster. So I feel like Bad News Barrett is going to win the King of the Ring tournament tonight. So that's my King of the Ring shtick. I got a couple minutes left here. Off the top of my head, let's talk about Damien Sandow's new gimmick. I don't know if you want to call it a gimmick, but the new Damien Sandow, the free Damien Sandow. I like it, and I liked what happened last night. The Curtis Axel thing he had with it, he was mocking him, went on a little too long, but it was still pretty funny. And I am excited to see what the new Damien Sandow holds for us in the future. I am definitely a Sandow fan. I'm on the bandwagon. And I think I'm running out of time here, so I might have to wrap this up. Anyways, Divas match. What happened in the Divas match? Naomi won. I think she's gonna fight Nikki again at Payback for the Divas title and win this time. And are the Bella Twins face or heel? I still can't decide. It's so hard to tell. It's 1 minute Breeze kicking Naomi in the back of the head, and the next night they want us to cheer for them. I don't get it. I'm confused. Somebody please explain the Divas division and why one night they're face, the next night they're heel. I don't get it. I think that's it. The New Day sucks. I think that's it. Here you see Bad News Barrett dropping the bad news and becoming king. He's about to take his throne. And sorry for the short video, but that is all the time we have. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next week, I will be back with another episode of Let's Talk Raw. So in the meantime, goodbye.